Today, I'm going to be setting up yet another journal. Can you guess what the theme is going to be? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Tracy and I want to thank you so much for choosing to press that play button today. For all of my returning viewers, I want to thank you so much for returning. It really does mean a lot to me. So yeah, today I'm going to be setting up another journal, y'all. This one's going to be a little bit different than a lot of my other journals because it's essentially going to be a scrapbook. So I have decided that I wanted to have a journal where I can scrapbook my travels. Now I do have another type of travel scrapbook thing that I will show you momentarily, but this is going to be a little bit different. Like I just got back from a cruise. It was more of a relaxation type trip. So there were some photos. There wasn't an abundance of photos. There's going to be something to journal about, but not a lot. The days were just spent lounging in the sun and eating all the food and stuff like that. So, for trips like that, I'm not going to do what I usually do, which is buy a photo book online where I, do everything digitally, like add all my photos and then they print everything out in a nice bound book and send it to me. I do those more for trips where there is like an abundance of photos because it's more like adventure, more exploring and stuff like that. But not every trip is like that. With that said, even for those trips, now that I'm kind of in my scrapbook era, I'm going to have a lot of paper souvenirs. So I don't want to call any of this junk journaling because it's paper souvenirs. I'm going to be when I'm out and about, maybe some magazines from a certain destination or napkins or things like that. I know that that's what people call junk journaling, but because this is part of my memory keeping, I'm going to call it scrapbooking. But even on those books where I do the photos, the photo albums online, I need a place to put all that stuff. So this is going to be one continuing book until it gets filled up. And I'm sure I'm going to have to probably remove some pages to prevent some over bulkiness. So let's quickly chat about what I have here. And then I'm going to show you one of the travel books I've already started that has a different purpose, just in case you're interested. But I have a whole bunch of sticker books here. These are all, I don't know if these are all, but I think these are most of my travel themed sticker books. I do think I have some die cuts and stuff that I didn't pull out. But yeah, I love travel themed stuff. So every time a shop has one and they release it, I buy it. I don't even wait for it to go on sale. I just go ahead and buy it because I know it's going to be one of those things that I have severe FOMO over if they sell out. So, yeah, I will try to link any of the sticker books that are still available, as well as the washi and anything else down in my description box. I am an affiliate for several shops. So I do earn a tiny commission when you shop using those links, but sometimes there's an advantage to you as well because I'll have discount codes. So definitely check it down there. You can see I have a whole bunch of washi because just like sticker books, I can't say no to travel themed washi. So I have a whole bunch from a whole bunch of different shops like Planners Anonymous, Simply Gilded, Archer and Olive. I think that was Michael's. I think these two were Amazon. And then I have stamps too that also came from a variety of places, including Temu. And then I had a pirate themed reading journal last year. So I bought these little maps and I never used them. But hey, we can use that this time too. So those were the things that were on my desk. But before we get into talking about the actual journal, I think I'm going to use, we might have to discuss that. I do want to show you this guy, which some of you may have seen previously because I did a setup of this journal probably a year ago now. It's already getting pretty thick. So this is my adventure book. I totally took that idea from a company that has an adventure book and I created my own. So I'm doing it a little bit differently. The idea that I borrowed from, I guess is what I should say, basically it has one or two destinations on each page. You check it off as you go, and then you put photos or journal about it. I really like that idea, so I decided to create my own with places that I may want to go one day. Like I said, this is, you know, I set this up last year and I still have a lot of work to do in here. You see, I have like photos. See, Tracy's adventure book. Oh, I need to do an apostrophe there. This is going to be my travel first. Then I have my travel friends. And then this is my cruise section, which it needs to be like this, but I just open it up. Definitely need to finish this up. I'm going to write all of the ships that I've been on. I wanted to kind of keep a log here. Don't know what I'm going to do there. This is also my cruise log. I need to add the latest one I've been on here. So I'm finally on my next page, but you can see how I did all of this. So I hope I'm in frame. I probably was not all the way in frame. I was not. Let me move some of this over and off my desk. These big books, they're great for scrapbooking and stuff, but they are hard when you're trying to film. So yeah, I wanted a place where I can log all of the cruises I went on, the ports of call, the departure point, port, and then other stuff. Then I have some extra log pages. I have some photos. I'm going to do a page of all of the airports I've been to because there's a lot of layovers. And I think it'd be kind of cool to write all of the airports I've been to because some of them I was in for quite a while, like 6 hours. And then we have my stateside trips. So I'm going to color in all of the states I've been to. These are from Live La Posh. I don't know how I'm going to use these, but these are like little state, like stamp things. So I didn't know how I was going to use that. Places for photos I have yet to print out. This is for national parks. I do want a national park area, so I think I might just use this for that. And this is what I was talking about. So what I did is I have a space for each state. Some is going to be bigger than others. I've never been to California, but I figured if I was to go, it's like so many different parts of California that I wouldn't be able to see it all. So I needed more space. Yeah, in Florida the same way. I lost my little ticket. I got to find that. But like, this is how I'm doing it. I'm just kind of like apparently messing stuff up, but just kind of adding photos. I haven't done everything because some of these places I haven't, I don't have photos readily available or available at all because it's been a while. So yeah, so some of the ones that are checked off, like North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia and stuff, I might not have photos, but I'll just go in and write. Then I have an international section where I haven't done a cover page yet. This is how far behind I am. But like all the places I've been, and I'm doing it by region. Of course, like this is, I have a lot of Bahama pictures I need to do. But this is like Africa. I did a really pretty one of this. I would love to do like this where I like point out the country and then put a picture there. But I can't do that for all of the countries. Like I haven't even journaled, added any of my journaling from that one. This is Europe. I went ahead and added some stuff here. I might add photos and stuff. But yeah, you get the gist. So this is kind of my overall thing, where I just want a snapshot of all of the places I've been with some memories thrown in. Hopefully one day I will get to this and finish this. I'm slowly printing out pictures, but then you saw I just throw it in. So now let's talk about the journal because that's the important part. And originally I purchased this guy, which is a cover that houses these books because I was like, this would be great. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, it would be great for like a junk journal. I hate to say junk journal, but like a scrapbook type thing, because I feel like you have a little bit more play just because it's not like as sturdy of a binding. It has like a lot more flexibility to it. So I thought this will be good. And like the more I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that would be good. And I think this would also be good if I didn't want to do a photo book route. I can do one whole trip for this one book. I think that would be cool because then you can just write on here or whatever. So yeah, I picked these up from Archer and Olive when I picked up all of my other spring release items. But in all honesty, I can use this for anything because I really like the reusable cover with the refills. But actually, let's just keep let's keep that one out. Now I do have this memory keeper, but this is kind of more like I haven't used this in like over a year. Like I have some travel memories in here. This is like something that I did a photo book on, but I want it to be able to journal a little bit as well. So I did that. See, I have one here. But I have other stuff in here as well. And I want this also to house some of that other stuff because I think I went to the zoo with my parents and that's in here. So yeah, this is more than just travel, but I like this, but it is kind of big because it is, you know, a letter size. But that's another option. I could just keep going on there. The other thing is this guy. And when I bought this, this was something that I was gonna hang on to for the perfect moment. And like I said, when I purchased this, I purchased this at the same time. But now I'm thinking this could be a really good travel memory keeping book. Again, it's gonna bow. It's going to like get bulky. But I don't know. I think it could be perfect for travel memories. Let me show you my Go Wild one. Like here's my Go Wilds one. See, it's like all bulking out and it's only halfway full. So that is my concern with this. I don't know if I care because I think it's perfect for travel memories. Like this one, like I said, it's only 2 trips in here. And yeah, it's like hanging on. It's hanging on. So I am leaning toward this. One, because I realized when I did the Go Wilds book that I really like memory keeping in an 8x8. I think it's just, I like the square. I don't know why. It just works a little bit better for aesthetic reasons. So I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. It makes me nervous, but I do have a 10 in this cover as well. So it's fine. Whatever. So let's talk about what we're going to do today. I think I'm just going to leave this one. Say I could leave that one plain, but I could also, where's my little papers? I could also like just tear some of the maps. I don't like that one. Okay. So what I could do here, at first I was just going to leave it, but I think it could be kind of cool to just like rip them and just basically just do like a collage of all of the different maps. I think that could be really, really neat. I think that would be a cool like contrast to this, and it fits the cover so well. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and do that. I like that. So this can be my title page now. I don't really need another title page. Tracy's adventure book. This one could be like, I don't know, travel memories. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. So we're just gonna leave it. But I think I'm gonna just do something here. I really like how that looks. I think this turned out really, really cute. So what I think here I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna make a pocket out of this, because you can never have enough pockets. That goes for like clothing and for journals. So what I'm thinking here is about like right here maybe. Okay. We'll figure that out later. We'll keep this. All right. I mean, I could just kind of keep this going. That's like almost spot on. No, it's not. Almost. I do have some scrapbook paper too. So I have this, and this from Planners Anonymous. I have this. Which okay, let's look at the other stuff that I have though. I have some bigger maps. Oh, I like Get Lost. Oh, I love this one. But we're not going to do that one for that one. I feel like we have a whole vibe going, and I kind of need to keep with the vibe. And I think part of the vibe is going to be a map. Because I like this. This is going to be interesting. Because I think I'm going to try to do the map with the front and the, yeah, okay. But I feel like I need a map. And I know that these are all maps, but I want this map. So where is my paper cutter? If I would have bought the one with the arm, it probably would be a lot simpler, but it's fine. So I'm just going to cut some of the top off. That's good. Okay. So then we're going to come here and I'm going to do my famous rip. I do this all the time. I mean, I kind of did it with the other ones, but I like to do the little like half corner to corner rip. Kind of thing. But we have to cut here. And there. Let's hope that I cut this enough. Because I think what I want is I want this to be like kind of up here. And then you have this coming over a little bit. And then this will go there. Okay, so I do need to cut this off now. All right, let me tape this. Wait a minute. I was almost doing the wrong side, y'all. Almost doing the wrong one. Ugh. I'm getting better about checking twice. So that way I don't mess up too many times. It's getting better. Now I'll tape the pocket together in a minute. I need to get this in here first. Or maybe I do go ahead and tape the pocket now. I probably actually need a tape runner. All right, so this is where my index is gonna be. I just haven't figured out how I'm gonna do my index. And it's really not that important because I'm only gonna have one trip in here right now. I could just do it on the card and then I could just do a travel quote here is kind of what I'm thinking. Because I kind of like the way this card looks here. So I kind of like that. I guess I really like this. And then it goes to that. Ooh. Here they are. These would be cool. So I think I'm good here. So I just pulled those, all of that, the quotes and everything from the Adventure Awaits sticker books from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop. Let me go ahead and cut this. I wonder if, hang on. All right. Did I put the other one back? Here are my other travel stickers. This one. All right, so this is going to be my index. So I think what I'm going to do for this year, all right guys, so the setup is now done. I still need to do a title here. This is just my index. So if I end up not liking this, I can change it out. But I think it's cute. And the first trip is already written on there. I put this here for maybe like a page number or something if I decide to do it. I think I'm going to skip a page. And then this is where my trip memories are going to start. This is all I have for my most recent vacation. I do have a lot of photos, but I don't have a lot of other stuff because it was a 4-night cruise, 5-night cruise. It was Wednesday through Sunday. And we went to Key West and then we went to Bimini, Bahamas. We went to the private beach club that the cruise ship has. So there just wasn't stuff to collect. So basically photos are my memories. I would have had a lot more stuff to collect if it wasn't so windy because we had booked a skydiving trip in Key West, but it was too windy and it got canceled. So that would have been like a whole page and a half of just that. But alas, not as much to do. So I think what I want to do here, and I might end up having to do this off camera and then coming back and wrapping it up and showing you guys, because I think I might want to print this out and I haven't done that yet. But I think I want to do, I do have this. I don't know if I wanted to say that or not. I think I want a title page here. Then I'm going to have me and my cousin went on this cruise. So I could either do that, or I could do both of those as a cover page. And then over here, I want to do the itinerary. So like the ship itinerary and stuff. And I do have my ticket too. So I want that over here too. So like we'll do this and then we'll do my itinerary. So that's what I'm thinking for that. So that's what we're going to do for the cover page. Then, let's see. I have food. You know, when you go on a cruise, it's all about the food. So I have a lot of food pictures. So those are my food pictures. So that will take up probably 2 whole pages. Okay. Me and my cousin, I took a lot of elevator pictures. Every time we got in the elevator, I'm like, time to take a picture. So I have that as well. So we have 2. Maybe I'll do pictures here. Do some journaling here. I have a lot of pictures. All of these I don't have to use because I can use some of these in my other travel book. Oh, another food picture. Magic of video editing. We are now several hours in the future. I did film a large portion of my process for putting my trip memory keeping in this book. However, it was mostly just me slapping the photos on the page, maybe using some scrapbook paper, maybe not, and then filling in some of the white space with stickers. That is all it was. So I don't really know what you guys, if you would have gained anything from that. It just would have made the video really long. So I decided that what I would do was just come back and do a flip through. Plus, I took several breaks in between doing my memory keeping because I was just like, my creativity was gone. So, you know, did some laundry, ate lunch, came back, did a few more pages, stepped away, scrolled through my phone, did a few more pages, and then I'm finally done. I'm not done. I still have to journal and I have to do titles and print out a few things, but the actual like setup is complete. So you guys saw me do this. And then you saw me do this. I love these 2 pages and I think they're really cool. Like when you come from here and you flip to there and then you flip to there. Like I said, I'm going to cut out a title probably with my Cricut, on my Cricut, that has like travel memories, Tracy's travels, or something like that. This was the blank page, and now we are going to get to my very first trip scrapbooking spreads. Wow, aren't you guys impressed right now? So there's a reason why it's blank. This is going to be my title page, so I have to print out all this stuff. This is scrapbook paper. I have it's the Paper Studio, which I think is Hobby Lobby. Yeah. This is really thin paper, and I got this like 3 or 4 years ago, and I absolutely love it. I mean, it's not like the prettiest stuff. It's just polka dots and, you know, plaid and stripes and stuff, but it's thin, so I can add it to my journals and planners and things like that, and it doesn't bulk it up any more than a sticker would. So because I'm going to be printing out like information here, I'm going to do a title here, and then the dates here, and then here I'm going to do the itinerary. I figured let's just put scrapbook paper as the background and then call it done. So that's what I did. You might have saw when I was like trying to map this stuff out, I was thinking about putting 2 photos here. I went with the one because the title is going to be here, just probably say Virgin Voyages, and then the dates are going to be here, and I think that's probably more than enough. And then, like I said, the itinerary is going to take up a bulk of the page here. So yeah, that's probably how I'm gonna likely do all of the intro pages for each trip, to kind of just do a 2-page like title spread with the itinerary. So here's day 1. This one, I actually pulled the July 4th set from Seasonal Love, July through December sticker book. So I don't really have any of the flowers left. But I needed some deep red flowers, and all of the books that had red, they were more on like the pinkish hue, and I really wanted red, like true red. And I just couldn't think of where red flowers would be in my sticker book, so I just went with that. By the way, that book is in stock, or it was recently restocked. So if it's something that you want, a sticker book, definitely go ahead and grab that. Again, I do have a discount code for Live Love Posh. But I do like the way this looks. And you might notice that these pages are cut inward, because I wanted the first page and the last page to be like full length. You can't really tell because once you put pictures on, it kind of distorts some of the pages. So that way you can see that this is one whole like trip. I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but I decided to do it. I didn't want to do waterfall edges or anything like that, because that would have taken too far inward. And then right now I have like 5 pages. So then I would have had to use 5 different types of washi. I won't try to do all of that. When I do these, if I'm being honest, I don't enjoy doing all of this as much as I do like my other creative journaling. This is something that I do more out of necessity, because I need to get these memories off of my phone, because when they're on my phone, or even I transfer them to the computer, they just stay there, and I don't really have them out to share. I don't have them out really to flip through easily or things like that. So I'm trying to be better about getting things off of my phone or my computer and putting them into a journal. So that is the reason why I'm doing this. Like I said, right now I didn't have the most time to actually sit and do like an elaborate spread for this. And I don't foresee myself being able to do that for a lot of my trips. It's very time consuming. And when there's a gazillion other things to do, it really makes it hard to do. So you will see, as I go through, I start like deviating away from the red. And you can see where I just kind of threw stickers on the page or photos on the page and just placed stickers, kind of around it. But yeah, so this was day 1. This was day 2. I just didn't have as many I don't have as many photos because, like I said, it was a cruise. So you take pictures at nighttime when you get dressed up, and that's about it. Because we didn't really go anywhere. We went to Key West and then to Bimini, the private island. So that was it. So day 2, so this was Key West. Day 3, like I said, we were supposed to go skydiving, but high winds forced them to cancel for the day. So we just walked around. I think we were back on the ship by like lunchtime. Did, get me a drink around 10:28 is when I checked out. So I was drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning, and that place was packed because there's nothing else to do in Key West. I'm sure it's a great place if you're like going there for vacation, but as a cruise stop, it's really not much to do but bar hop and maybe go shopping. So not one of my favorite ports, which is why there's only a few photos and then some ephemera or some junk. And then here's some photos from that night on the ship. And I did leave quite a few places to journal because I do want to journal about the fact that we were going to go skydiving and it got canceled. And this was also the day that when we went back to the ship, I laid in the shade and somehow got sunburned. So yeah. And then this was Bimini. So this was the final full day on the ship. Obviously, we're just like lounging on the beach, so there's not many photos for that. If there was, I probably still wouldn't put more photos on here. And then that night, I really didn't take very many photos at all. It was just kind of, you know, when it's the end of a vacation, you're sad that it's the end. You don't want to go home, but in a way, you're kind of ready. So you start winding down. And like, even though we dressed up and we went to dinner and we went to a show and stuff like that, it was kind of like, okay, end of the cruise. So there really wasn't many photos or anything. So I might end up journaling, like adding some other boxes to journal about like my overall thoughts on the cruise. And now you can see, so like here, I just kind of added some random stickers. Basically at this point from here forward, the stickers that I use, except for Miami, more stickers where there were only a few stickers left on a sticker sheet. And I'm like, let me just use it to get rid of it. I think it looks cute though. I mean, I think it looks fine. Like I was trying to do a theme here and then I realized that's just going to be too much and I'm not trying to do too much. So, and then here's my food page. Again, I probably have stickers that are more food related, but this tropical set from an old Live Love Posh book had some watermelon and some coconuts and some ice cream, and that's what I went with. And then finally, our elevator photos and then Miami. So that's it. Now you can kind of see why I decided to do this portion as a flip through rather than kind of a plan with me journey or create with me journey, because it was literally just sticking the pictures on the page. Plus, like I said, I was able to take breaks and kind of go at my own pace versus if I would have filmed the whole thing. But yeah, there we go. So this, I just need to kind of finish some things up. I'm hoping to finish this all up within the next week, because if I don't, I'm going to start like getting into other projects and getting back to my regular routine and it won't get done. Trust me, I still have not finished every single page from my Go Wild book. So that is going to be a priority for this week, but that's what it looks like so far. It doesn't look too bad, but you can see that was a very short kind of memory keeping spread or section, and it's gotten a little thick just because of the added photos. So it looks like the next signature actually starts right here. So I can actually take this entire section out. I'm not going to do that right now, but I can take these 4 pages out right here. And that wouldn't be a bad thing. Yeah, I can take off. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to take these 4 pages out. That'll give me a little bit more breathing room. And then we'll start the next section. And then I might take some more pages out. This is 160 pages total. But when it starts to get super bulky, there's no way I'm going to be able to fill in 160 pages if I'm using photos and things like that. Especially if I start adding like ephemera and things like that too. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I did share with you my attempt. Actually, it wasn't an attempt. It was a successful attempt of taking together a bound book. So I'm actually comfortable doing that now. So yeah, I think I'm going to take those pages out just to kind of give me a little bit of breathing space before I start tackling my next trip. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was okay that I skipped doing the actual plan with me of the trip and just did like a show and tell type thing. Again, I don't think you really missed much as far as seeing me go through the process versus just seeing a flip through. So yeah, there we go, guys. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you have yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing to my channel. That is all I have for now. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.